Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of Chips and Sips. Now, while I was looking into what I should do for my first episode, that's a big deal, I thought, well, there's two things that I learned. The first thing that I learned, having carte blanche to get any chips you want, you start to get self-conscious at the front counter. 6 flavors of chips. The lady didn't care. I started feeling weird. I was like, I'm part of a talk show. So... And she's like, she didn't even, and now she thinks I'm weird. So if anyone's going to do that, no one cares. The second thing is, I prefer to tell a story with my chips and sips rather than just have them taste good. So for this one, I'm going to take you on a journey out west. So close your eyes, look into the vista of the mountains, the craggy mountains of the Rockies. And behind you, you see the rolling plains, and you can smell that fresh pine air. That's where we're going. Alberta is in our mouths. So the first, okay, so let's start with the chips that I chose. So it's kind of a curveball. I'm a weirdo. It's actually a combo platter. So if you look here, this is bison meat, which is the most Alberta thing you can do. And the fact that it's from Owen Sound. I didn't know that they necessarily had an Owen Sound in Alberta, but that's fine. And so that one I don't really have much of a backstory for. I just thought, meat, man. Alberta, meat. Makes sense. The good one is the sip. So, surprise, giant, what is this? It's I regressed into childhood and brought that. So, open her up, and oh no, oh dear. Oh, there we go. I brought a special brew from SYC Microbrewery out that way in Edmonton, Alberta. Now, these ones are special to me because I was actually able to get a guided tour a few years ago. It's a family-run spot, right? And it all started from just having a beer around a bonfire, and they were like, I love beer. I can do that. So you can actually kind of feel the love that goes into the stuff. And going to a place that's after closing with a guy that owns the spot, you get so much free beer that they can't sell. You get so hammered. You get to chew on malted barley, which is actually amazing. Like the toasted barley before they actually put it into the mix. I had a great time. So there's a bit of a connection with family, and it was Christmas time. We all went together. I wanted to shout them out just because it means something to me. It's a moment of my life here in Canada that I really cherish. And every year I do, I don't live close to there, but I try to support them by buying as much as I can and get it shipped over here. Now, one curveball, I've never tried this flavor. So I'm going to go fully blank. The one that I love is one that I don't think I was supposed to love. Everything in the title of the beer that I like that he showed me in the tasting room, in their tap room, 10%, no thank you. Triple IPA. I hate all of those words. But maybe it was because I was 6 beers deep at that point. But I loved it. So whenever they come back in stock, I'm doing that one again. And I know the name, so maybe I won't tell it because I might do it down the road. But anyway, I'm ready for you guys to try my chips. This guy? The chips don't matter. The bites of meat is what matters. Yeah, that's it.
All right, I'm going to give my first impression of this Valhalla Viking Ale, a strong beer from SYC Brewery, proudly made in Alberta, and we've got some Jackson's barbecue chips. It's a sweet potato. I'm interested to see, but let's get this open first, although it does kind of match my cute little sweater and my hat. Brian thinks of everything. All right, strong beer. Proudly made in Alberta. It's pretty nice. It's got a bit of a It's got a bit of a sweetness on top of that richness that you kind of expect with a strong beer. Very attractive can, very attractive label. Really nice, cool dragon and longboat. I can kind of feel my tattoos like changing into metalhead guy tattoos. Yeah, you know what? I could crush like 4 of these before I throw up. That's good. That's good for a strong beer. Proudly made in Alberta. I can also feel myself hating the outcome of the 1989 Stanley Cup Final less. I think that's the Alberta pride sort of coming in there. I'm a Montreal Canadiens fan, so I like the 86 final a little better. But yeah, good beer. Let's try a chip. Get the full ASMR experience. Some more sweetness with the barbecue sauce and the sweet potato. Yeah, it's kind of a good pairing. I think eventually you probably feel sick to your stomach, but you have a good time along the way. And that's it. That's what counts.
Well, here we are. We are doing our first ever Chips and Sips. And I was looking forward to this a lot because I love eating and drinking. This looks pretty awesome. I did not expect a Valhalla Viking Ale. It's cool that it's made in Alberta because tough time never lasts. Only Alberta people only last. So this is cool. It's strong beer. It's 7.0 alcohol. I don't know. This is... we'll see how it goes. So I'm just going to crack this beer. It looks delicious. I like the purple and the blue. I like the Viking ships. And yeah, okay. So gonna try it right now. All right. So yeah, it's kind of got like a fruity, a fruit note to it. I don't know how to play beer, but if it was a musical thing, there would be notes of fruit. I would drink a lot of this. This is too easy to go down. And honestly, what it tastes like, it tastes like another. So this is a very dangerous beer. It does not taste like 7 at all. I gotta. All right, yeah, it's good. All right, so I'm gonna try the chip. This is a sweet potato chip. This is born in the fires of Alberta. No, this is a like a what is it, like a fire roasted? This is like a not a kettle. Yeah, they do it differently in Alberta. So. It's not from Alberta. Oh, this one isn't. Okay, yeah. Well, we'll figure that out later. All right. I'm gonna eat this whole bowl, and not gonna leave anything else for anyone else. So, oh, that tastes like uninterrupted flavor. Let me tell you, like, I couldn't imagine anyone getting in between my tasting and the chip. Once this is in my hand, great choice, Brian. I can't wait to test the meat. I don't know if we have a score thing, but it would rate high on mine. For 7% alcohol, this is scary good. So, Valhalla Viking Ale from Alberta. You can only get it at the top of the mountains, and if you were in the afterlife in Viking Norse mythology. So, good job.
Okay, no pressure on this one. I'm the one that brought the stuff, so if I don't like the beer, that's gonna suck. But let's give her a go. So, little known fact, SYC, everyone knows it if you actually look them up. It's Share Your Craft is what it stands for. So let's put this craft in in my, you know what? Yeah. Oh, what? Oh, I overheard what some. Okay. Insider baseball. I heard what some people were saying. I'm not getting what they're saying. Hold on. Oh, God. No, it wouldn't be my go-to from their catalog. It helped when I took the tour that they gave me free beer that they couldn't sell. And being really drunk makes everything better. That's not my favorite one. I kind of knew it because anytime there's like death on a can or like stouts and stuff, that's not my bag. So I kind of knew. I could definitely drink some of that. Wouldn't be the one that I pick when you're at the tap room and there's like 17 options. Just saying. It is good. And I love the company and they make good beer. It's just everyone's got different tastes. A guy I work with likes Heineken on purpose. You know, so everyone has their own thing. Okay. All right. So next part, Chippy. I already had that one. I went through like 18 bags of chips. Don't do that. It affects you internally when you have too many chips in one sitting. That said, if you keep eating these, there's like a slow burn, like a real Carolina barbecue slow burn that happens. Better than a lot of the other jalapeno ones that I tried. So I'd recommend these if you're gonna do like a couple big handfuls worth. They're pretty good. Okay, I'm excited to try some of this long meat with my boys. Thank you very much.
All right, yeah, I found it pretty crushable, but I know, like, what I would do if I had these pulled out of a beautiful purple cooler, immediately drink 2 as fast as I can, and probably switch something else up. But like, I mean, it's a strong beer. It's not trying to hide that it's
it doesn't taste like a...
It's got more of a...
It's sneaky strong.
Yeah.
It's got a sweetness that I don't always associate with strong beer. That, I mean, it can. I don't. You know,
lot of
I'm
their
not
stuff is
convinced
like
this
that.
one's mine.
Oh.
No, I think it is. I think we're safe.
This one's me.
Is this, yeah, I mean, they all have battle damage, right?
Yeah, I could. You know, coming up, probably wouldn't taste that great. Going down, I got no problems with it.
Huh. It's funny you mentioned Crush because it kind of reminds me of like if you left Grape Crush out too long in the sun.
You know, hammer it off it.
A little
Like
fermented
it is
grape
sweet.
crush.
Yeah, it's a little.
Hey, do they make alcohol out of fermented grapes? They should maybe start
we
doing
should
that.
try that.
We
Never
heard of
we
that.
should start that.
So this is made by SYC. What did it stand for again?
Share
Killer?
your
Crap.
Okay, CKY SYC. Very cool.
CKY beer.
No,
yeah.
I like, you know, it's a little damage, and they have that indie brewery where it's like the glue on thing,
No, yeah,
right?
it-
So
little
You
known
know?
fact. The nice man that gave me all that free beer that day,
yeah.
his wife is the one that does the art on every can.
Oh yeah, no, it looks good.
It's a
Rad.
proper like family and friends outfit.
it doesn't look
Cat,
like it's.
Do we shout out the name? No, never mind.
I mean, I wasn't gonna name drop I know who you are
Yeah.
because they actually sent me a nice handwritten note each time.
Oh, that's
Because when I
great.
order, I'm like, hey, you're the guys that had me. I love you guys more than my family that Christmas trip. So yeah, they're sweethearts and they say thank you and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm kind of pooping on their
It's,
drink because
no.
I don't want to be super biased.
You can't. Yeah.
And
yeah,
I've tasted the one that really struck like a note with me, the 10%. I don't know how strong this one is,
yeah. 7.
but they have different types for whatever you want.
I want more of this.
I believe
want more
you,
of this.
I believe you that it's that there are better. If I'm going to give a rating out of 7%, I'm going to give it like a 5.2% out of 7%.
What kind of rating? We need to figure out a good rating
No,
here.
that's my rating.
What? So wait, it tastes like a 4 point whatever?
No.
What kind of
5.2 out of 7. Take it or leave it.
Yeah.
5.2
Nailed
to
it.
7? So like the max is like, yeah, we really got to figure
Come up
this
with
out.
your own system. That's fine. Don't touch that one.
I think I gave it a review, like a number on my first sip, but it was pretty high. Like if I number it like 1 out of 10, 10 being the best, 1 being poo. This is like, for me personally, an 8.
Wow.
Out of 7%, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, it's got a lot of flavor. I like
Bar
it.
math.
It is tasty. I do think it's partially the like Valhalla just sounds rad too. So maybe it is actually pretty good. If I were to do 1 to 10, I'm thinking 7. out of 7%. I was bad mouthing them more than I think you're right. You might get tired after 3 in a row. But
Oh yeah, you don't want 4.
you got
I
to
don't
do
think.
something lighter,
Yeah.
for the rest. But
No, I love the
I
story.
could do 3 in a row of these.
I love the story of the place
tasty,
too,
yeah.
Brian, and I think we're always going to try to highlight smaller.
oh, they'll
sure.
be coming through probably
sure.
again at some point.
For
Yeah,
sure.
good.
Just because they cycle through stuff. They have like 3 or 4 stables that they have, like a lager that you always need, and then they experiment. So they have like a Bananas Foster one I want to try.
Oh yeah, okay.
So, but anyway,
Classy. That's classy.
No, I like it. Like it was a friend we work with, Brian, Shane. He likes this like German fruity beer.
it is pretty fruit. forward.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get yelled at for getting it wrong, but it tastes
Yeah.
pretty good too. But obviously, it's more fruity, but focus. But I was not expecting like it tastes like the color. You know what I'm saying?
The
Damn.
grape
Like,
crut,
Like there's
yeah.
like a
There's
little
a
bit of
grapiness
like a
to it.
purple over the blue, and if I could look at this taste, it would be the light blue purple.
And then the dragon is opening his mouth wide to just barf it all out.
No, I would never I would drink this up after I barfed it. So.
Hell yeah, dude.
The more I'm drinking it, the more I
No,
like it.
this is good. No, this is easy drinking. I thought this was going to be some like IPA, like
Oh
eating
yeah,
hops
that's always
raw.
the danger. Yeah.
But no, I was pleasantly surprised, and
Thank you.
you raised the bar here, and I hope I can bring something this good. I know you have your own opinion about it, but you probably have a better palate than I do. I also see like some grease missiles over here. What are these? What are these scuds looking
You
like?
want to get into the chip? Really
Yeah,
quick?
actually, we're jumping the gun here.
It's a Jackson's sweet potato Carolina barbecue. It's nice. It reminds me of those Terra chips that are
That's
made of all different
exactly-
root vegetables.
I don't know if you ever
including-
had them on airplanes.
Not on airplane, but I've had them on
Only airplanes.
terra firma. But yeah, I like those. So it's a nice change up from a.
Pass me some of those chips. Pass me some of those chips. pal. Pass me.
It's a nice change up from a potato chip, where you get a little bit of a different crunch. Very sweet, which I think actually does pair well with this beer.
The sweet.
But
yeah.
again,
Does it actually? I didn't
there's a
actually
limit.
do like
There's a limit.
a combo of the two yet. But let me try. I would tell you.
Like, could you? How many of these could you go through without? You had a limit maybe on this
not a
beer.
ton. Not a ton.
Really? You couldn't go through like a half a bag?
No, this is not a crushable chip to me.
They probably would give you physiological issues too if you did too many, because a lot of times they have these like sweet
Existential
potatoes as like a
issues.
surprise in like a mixed bag of. I don't know if you've ever had
that's
those,
right.
but they're like
That's what I'm talking about.
every
They're
like 15th chip is a sweet potato, and you're like, ooh, that's surprise, and it's good that way. But if you had it only that,
Yes, the Terra combo bag is what I'm talking
there's
about.
a reason that the
Elite-
bag is like
elite
not
chip
too many
bag.
chips in there. I think.
I
think it
would
starts to
give
get to you.
this chip.
What's a rating chips?
So a chip
you rate 'em?
a chip bag is usually like 40 to 60% full. I would give this like a 39% full chip bag.
Okay. All right. No. I get it.
Thank you.
I get it because. Usually, like, there's so much air in a chip bag, right? But let's assume that they actually, we live in a different dimension and they actually fill a chip bag, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Right? So the top is being 100% full.
Exactly.
So what was this in fullness?
39.
39%?
It's a less than half full chip bag for sure.
I'm 70% full, like
Okay,
70,
okay.
75. Like, I could crush a whole bag of this and probably like 6 of these beers. Also, I'm hungry, but like,
Yeah, that always helps.
Here's a little something for you.
Oh yeah, touch that meat.
just crack one off. Okay, look at that.
You want one I touched or no?
It's got that 3 o'clock
This
snap
is
to it.
bison too, and also these chips.
what? Oh.
These chips are from somewhere in Wisconsin, not Alberta. Good chip.
Yeah, my
It's a
bad.
fine chip. It's a good chip.
Ooh, it's got a little smoke to it.
It was really I just ordered like 12 bags of chips, and those have a good powder to them. These are what's up though. I like these a lot.
This is bison meat.
Yeah.
These are like an adult's
You could
hot
destroy
rod. You know what I'm
these,
saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like actually, like really reminds me of taste. Like not just a pepperette, but hot rod specifically. Good
It's not
spice.
too.
Good
yeah,
spice.
It's not overwhelming.
There's
No,
a
good.
I like them a lot to the point I ate the whole bag and then immediately regretted it.
Yeah, this,
Oh,
is,
any grease missile, you do that too.
this is the only one for me.
That's good. Yeah.
It's got a very hot rod esque bite
Right?
What the skin?
and a hot rod esque sheen.
It's got a
to
good
it as
snap
well.
to it, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, a little bit spicy.
That's the intestine of the bull.
Okay.
I don't know.
On that note,
I'm gonna vomit now. Oh, no, that's good.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
gonna
good.
go hunt down some bison, but definitely try drinking that after you have that in your mouth. It definitely creates a different flavor. Try it. You see that? Try
You're
it.
so right.
Try it.
I never want to admit that he's right, but
No, he doesn't.
When he's
Never.
right, he's right.
Might be better with the bison.
It might be,
It's
man.
it's different.
It's a great pairing.
The difference between sweet and sweet and then sweet and savory, I guess, is being shown.
Yep, get a little salt in there to cut
Mm-hmm.
the sweet. Yeah, so something. This is obviously our first run through of this, our
Very
first
first
little
one. Mm-hmm.
spin. But something I was thinking of, a question I was thinking of posing when talking about the beer, especially, is what's the purpose of this beer? When do you drink it?
I was actually gonna bring that up.
And who do you share it with? And I think, if I can speak for Brian, I think this is one you share with friends, and that's what you've done here. And this is one I think you probably pair with food. I feel like
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like especially you've opened my eyes with this
Yeah.
sip after the bite.
Oh yeah, you could mix it all
I
together.
think this is a good pairing beer.
Oh, this was excellent. I think this is all three. You're set up for a perfect night of watching the Leafs disappoint you again. like they did in Nashville. Oh my god.
All right, Brian. So
All right, so the red wedding begins. Are you all right?
No, I'm hammered, and spice went down my.
now we're only 66% full chip bag.
I'm glad you guys liked it. I took a gamble with most of the stuff here. The only thing I knew for sure that I really liked was the bison, because I destroyed those the first time.
I'm on the Joe Rogan podcast, man. All day Joe Rogan, all night.
I will rep my set though. I'll probably get, so the one that I like, I don't know if I should name it because maybe I'll bring it in next time, but when they get back in stock with the one that blew my socks off when I visited SYC, I'll bring it.
Yeah.
I'll bring it back, and a 10% triple IPA sounds like a nightmare. I hate all of that, but they changed everything. So I'm gonna. Let me. What's this?
Get out of
Okay,
here.
this is our
A
Patreon.
T-shirt with SYC branding on it.
Man, shout out SYC.
Ooh,
That's
that looks
a nice,
very 80s. That looks very
Remember when I was
80s.
drunk and spent lots of money, and you also wasted all that
Yeah,
beer on me.
remember that?
Yeah.
I think it's good customer service. You gave the right guy
yeah.
the right amount of beer,
true.
and now we get to taste some of this SYC, and I like it. I think I will be hitting them up and I say, hey, a friend of mine.
Yeah,
A friend of mine
if you're ever
said-
in Edmonton,
Charge me
I
full
would
price.
definitely hit them up, and it's actually a good beer city in general.
You've gone
Surprisingly.
to that area a couple of times, On that
yeah.
out west. Yeah, definitely. I might.
I got
have to-
fam out there now. So.
You do.
I'm trying not to chew in the mic.
No, that's the ASMR. Like,
Yeah, people
listen to
say
the
that.
grease flow, but
We're gonna get the beer freaks. We're gonna get the ASMR pervs, and we're gonna get the chip junkies.
chip junkies. Yes.
And we are all of those things.
Yeah.
We are
Yeah.
all of those things. So
I'm currently rehabbing.
find
but,
our people.
Well, this was excellent. This was a great first go at Chips and Sips.
Yeah.
Or is it Sips and Chips?
3 cheers to chips and sips.
Hi ho silver.
Yeah, there we go.
Thanks, boys. It's
Excellent.
good seeing you guys.
Yeah, big time.
It was. All right.
I like hanging out with you guys.
Yeah.
It was good.